Well, hello, Double Oak Community Church on both campuses. Listen, if you were here with us last week, we gave you guys an update on where we are with our campus strategy. Back in April, we made a decision to say, hey, what does it look like for us to explore independence for our two campuses? And we've spent the past few months really looking at that. And today, we've got two of our elders here who are going to help you understand kind of where we are with that.
Joe Harvey and Mike Mantooth have done an amazing job for our church by really kind of doing the lion's share of the work, really looking into what this looks like from a feasibility standpoint, how we can walk toward this goal in the most healthy and helpful way. So we'd love for you to hear from them about what that process has looked like.
Hey church, this is Mike Mantooth here, Joe Harvey. We're two of your elders. We're happy to be here. We want to continue updating you on what Michael and Adam introduced. So many months ago, we started a financial feasibility study where we were looking at what it would really look like for both campuses to be independent of one another. And we've had some really good learnings. And so Joe and I want to update you on those things. It's become very apparent that Chelsea is very healthy from a financial giving perspective, from a member's perspective. They continue to be faithful in giving and adding to their numbers monthly with new memberships and families joining the church, and that's very exciting. So Joe, ultimately what we came to with the financial feasibility study were really two unanswered questions. The first one was, would Chelsea be able to secure the $3.7 million mortgage debt that currently exists on the property? The second would be, would Chelsea need any financial assistance moving forward from Mount Laurel over the next couple of years?
Yeah, Mike, I appreciate it. So, yeah, I think if I can break this down into those two questions, so we'll take the mortgage first. And through what we learned through talking to lender was that there are really two criteria that lenders are looking for a mortgage. And those two are, the first one is financial history. And lenders look for 5 to 7 years of financial history when they're considering a borrower for a loan. And Chelsea's currently sitting with just 1 full year of financial history. The second criteria was what they call mortgage loan debt, the ability to service a percentage of the loan debt. And so you mentioned Chelsea's got a $3.7 million loan. So Chelsea is only able to cover 75% of the loan, and so what lenders generally look for is 120%. So as it currently stands, we're in a position where Mount Laurel is having to provide financial assistance for some of that coverage, right? And then on the second piece, talking about really what do we think Chelsea would need in terms of financial assistance. What we know right now is that year to date, Chelsea is able to cover 85% of current operating expenses. That means we've got a running deficit of about $110,000. And so we know that Chelsea is growing, as Mike mentioned, and healthy with financial giving, but we do foresee that the Chelsea campus is going to need financial assistance for the next several years. And so, Mike, that really leads us to next steps. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so as next steps, we've met with lenders, we've done quite a bit of financial analysis and forecasting, and we have a really good plan forward that we're going to be excited to kind of flesh out over the next couple of months, and we'll eventually get back in front of the congregation and share the details behind that. But ultimately, there is kind of a light at the end of the tunnel, if you will, and that's really come to fruition over the past, well, really throughout this year. So, and as we get more information, we'll be happy to share it with you guys. Peace out. Not really. Peace out. Amen.